The Internet. A nice place to watch, buy, and explore literally everything. Our lives would be unimaginable without it. But under the vast sea of helpful internet websites lies a haven of disturbing ones. These sites are largely hidden away, but luckily for you, I've recently come across a few of them. This video is not for the faint of heart, as it contains some of the weirdest and scariest pages on the internet. Trigger warnings often accompany these sites. Some have even run into legal trouble for the content they publish. Without further ado, I welcome you to websites too creepy to visit. You have no chance of surviving this place. Turn back now, while there is still time. This place seeks to consume you. Turn back. Turn back. This is a dead end. Dead end. Please turn back. These are just some of the phrases written on the main page. Perhaps the scariest thing about this website is the lack of context. If you're visiting for the first time, Angus Nicknavan might leave you creeped out. The site gives you chills by just hearing those unsettling noises and looking at these cryptic and, I dare to say, threatening messages. Does it collect personal info or even harm you? Take a look for yourself and tell me, what do you think of it? This is a totally legitimate website run by Texas Department of Criminal Justice. It's basically a website that features the last statements of executed offenders. The most recent one happened less than a year ago. The dying words you'll see in this site are all real and made by prisoners who were on death row. They are the final words of their lives, which makes everything much creepier. Just imagine reading through all of the last words. The mere thought of it just might send shivers down your spine. Lomando.com is a Japanese horror puzzle game with the front page being disguised as cute Nekomi illustration gallery front. Upon clicking the cat girl in the middle, the doors show up. And when you click on it, you will meet a cursed doll staring directly at you, accompanied by eerie ambience playing in the background. The objective is to reach the goal gallery in a point-and-click environment while avoiding jump scares and other creepy stuff. The game strangely contains a story, and if you go deeply to it, you will have to fight the final boss. However, the main point of the story is to make the player depressed. It is basically about heavy themes like paranoia, suicidal thoughts, and depression. It can be listed as Utsuge, which basically translates into depressing game. Darknetlive.com is a site where you can technically visit deep web without switching to Tor browser. It is a news and information site covering darknet markets and other dark web activities. It provides the same sort of news and information previously provided by the now defunct Deep.web. Regular topics include major drug dealer vendor arrests and all kind of information surrounding darknet market activities and closures. A leaked FBI document mentions that non-commercial sites such as Darknet Live are legal gateways for accessing illegal markets. This website gives you access to over 2,600 cameras around the world and online viewing. Yet they don't own any of them. All these cameras are privately owned, where you can watch people inside of their homes. The site has been largely criticized many times. People accuse them of hacking the cameras, but OpenTopia confirms that these cameras have too low security and that they don't hack at all. Even though they received backlash, its existence is a warning, reminding us of the immeasurable danger of cameras and devices that now appear everywhere, if unfortunately hacked. Note to yourself that you should always keep your webcam covered if you're not using it, as someone might be watching you right now. You've probably heard of this one, since this site is one of those websites that's been around forever. No, it isn't some MorbidMatch.com competitor. It's a site that supposedly calculates the date and time of your death. Some people say that it's a simple JavaScript element on the site, spitting out random predictions. But what if it's not? After putting in gender, body mass index, drinking habits, and the amount of times per week I exercise, it greeted me with, quote, "Sooner than you'll know, you will die." More exactly on the 6th of August, 2081. Using various epidemiological studies and data I had previously inputted, it calculated that I will live to the ripe old age of 84, which means about 20% of my life is already over. If you love your parents, it also makes you question how much time you have left with your family. It explains how most people, myself included, leave home around 20 years old. As a consequence, you suddenly go from spending time with your parents on a daily basis to, on average, seeing them maybe twice per month. Put in another way, this means that majority of time you will spend with your parents, you've already spent. This might seem more depressing than creepy, but this is just a harsh reality and you don't think about these things often. I know this sounds corny, but this site reminds you to live your life to the fullest. The name of this site may not exactly instill fear until it dawns on you what the site really is. A simulation of births and deaths happening around the world at this very second. Ranker.com dramatically called this site a death map. If you're a hypochondriac, this site is your worst nightmare. It can be terrifying to think about how many people are dying right now as you're listening me talk. With this map, you now have a rough estimate. The site is of course not meant to scare you, it's supposed to be informative. However, real-time simulations are going to take up a lot of processing power, and don't forget to close the tab when you're done, else it's RIP your computer speed. This last site is not particularly creepy in the way the last ones were. Anyway, I'm sure you've heard that cookies and tracking pixels can gather tons of information about you. Europe's GDPR has made it harder for many sites to do so, but did you know that your browser can say a lot about who you are? That's what Webcase, a website run by developer Robin Linus, does. When you visit it, it collects every single bit of information it can, like who you are, what's your gender, where you're from, and how you're using the site. It basically exposes your secrets while you're trying to stay anonymous. But don't get too scared. Thousands of other websites do the same thing. The only difference is that Webcase shares those discoveries with you, rather than data mining companies. It also gives you tips on how to protect your information from being revealed. And we've came to an end. If you enjoyed this video or if it creeped you out, make sure to like the video for part 2. Also, feel free to subscribe, because I wouldn't want you to miss any further content. Stay scared, my friend. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.